Yo guys, what is going on? It is FusionBlitzx here, and today I'm bringing you another PC build video. So today I'll be giving you a parts list for the ultimate 4K gaming PC. Now all these parts will cost you just around $2,000, and this PC will be able to play games at resolutions up to 4K, no problem. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So for the CPU, I chose the Intel Core i5-4690K. Now this is one of Intel's new Devil Canyon processors, and they have a better thermal interface material, comes with a slightly higher clock speed than the 4670K, and Intel's i5 chips are just perfect for gaming. You don't get much benefit by going with an i7, and this thing is overclockable, so you'll be able to get really nice performance, and all this for $225. Now for the CPU cooler, I chose the Corsair H100i. Now this is pretty much one of the best all-in-one liquid coolers you can get. Since we are going with an overclockable CPU, you want to get the most out of it, and to do that, you're going to need a pretty good cooling solution, and that's why I chose H100i. It will keep your CPU nice and cool and let you overclock to at least 4.5 GHz, I would hope. But then again, it is always chip dependent, but hey, at least you can cover your cooling as well as you can, so that's why I chose the H100i. Now for the motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte GA-Z97X SLI motherboard. Now this is an ATX form factor, it's made by Gigabyte, so you know it's going to be pretty good. It has a nice color scheme to it, it has all the right connectors in the right places, so cable management on this board should be really easy, and yeah, it's just a good motherboard. It supports SLI, which is kind of necessary for this build, and looks sleek and has good build quality, so that's that. Now for RAM, I chose 8GB of Corsair Vengeance DDR3 memory. Now Corsair is known for their high quality products, and their RAM is no exception. Now you don't need much more than 8GB for gaming, even at high resolutions it really doesn't make a difference, so 8GB is still more than enough. And this is a nice RAM kit, just standard RAM, so that's that. Now for the storage solution, I practically chose the same thing as on the last build video. You have your Samsung 840 EVO 120GB SSD for your most used applications and your operating system. And you have your Seagate Barracuda 2TB this time, so you can store all of your games and all your massive files and all that jazz. So that's it for storage. Now again, the bread and butter of the system is, of course, the graphics card. And for this build, I chose 2 GB GeForce GTX 980s. Now, the 980 is a pretty kick-ass card. It consumes very little power, outputs very little heat, and yet is practically on par with a 780 Ti, if not better. So if you want to play games at 4K, these cards will do just the trick. They have 4 GB of video memory, and with the new technologies that Nvidia has implemented, it doesn't matter that it's running on a 256 memory interface because of the compression techniques that they use. It kind of gives a slight edge above a 780 Ti, so these cards will be magnificent for 4K. It will just blow everything away. Even higher end games like Crysis 3 and Battlefield 4, it'll run just fine. So those are the graphics cards, 2 GTX 980s. Now for the case, I chose the NZXT S340 again. I really do like this case. It's very sleek looking, it's pretty small even though it can fit an ATX motherboard, cable management is a breeze, and it's just a good case. It just works really well, and read up on some reviews and you'll see that it's a good case. Now lastly, for the power supply, I chose the Corsair HX650. Now 650 watts is more than enough for this system. Nvidia's Maxwell cards just don't use that much energy, so you can get away with an SLI system with 650 watts. It even leaves you a bit of overclocking headroom, so feel free to go nuts on that. And this power supply is pretty good bang for your buck. It's semi-modular, it's made by Corsair, it's gold rated efficiency. It's just a good power supply, so that's that. Now the total comes down to $1,954. This is US, by the way, and yeah, for that amount of money you get a very capable gaming machine. It's just a really good PC, and if anybody builds this, you're gonna have a fun time with it, because you'll play any games at Ultra at 4K. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little video, and as always, thank you for watching. Peace out.